Okay, so using enhanced rendered view, we will talk about how to insert insert a human figure in this rendered view, and how to make transparent background for this arc. So first, I'll show the difference between transparency and non-transparency. So if you look at the check marks, it means the background is the area that you can see the check mark is transparent. So usually the background is not transparent. So for most of the files, if you just change the visibility of the layer, you can see the transparent mark on the back of the layer information. And then you also can see the link to the free human figure resources. And I believe most of you already know how to make transparent background and how to put human figure or add entourage in the rendered image. But just make sure that you guys understand how to use those functions. So here, visit the website, visit the human figure resource website, or you can just download from Google by typing the human figure for rendering or architecture rendering, and then these are you can download those files from Google. But one good advantage of this website is that it comes with the empty background. So it means that when you Google the image and then paste into your Photoshop file, it always comes with the background, which is a rectangular or a square shape. But these files were already cutted out the background. So what we can see when you download the file and then when you insert the image on the document here. So these are the two files I downloaded from that website, and I'll just click and drag those files here. I feel more convenient to drag and drop. So, and then we can see through beyond the screen, the square box. It means that her shape was cut it out completely and clearly, so we can see it does not block the area of the back of the actual rendered image. So right after you insert the image on the Photoshop, you can see the Xbox with the small squares on each side, and then you can just modify the shape by click and drag the corner of the square, and then guesstimate the eyeball the right scale of the human. Okay, so let's see, where is the file? There's right upside the very top of the layers. So if you want to place the human figure on this place, like make the woman maybe we can set a situation that she would like to place the flower on the coffee table. Then what is disturbing to my mind is that her foot is like overlapping the coffee table, which is on the table, which is not realistic at all. So for that case, we will use mask. So on the layered panel, you'll see the the camera symbol, like icon looks like a camera. This is called the layer mask. So make sure that the woman figure layer is activated, and then click the layer mask, and you'll see the layer mask, a new empty layer was created next to the human figure, woman figure layer icon. And go to the brush. So that mask means that if it is white, it'll be visible, and when the mask, the square area, mask area is black, it will be invisible. So what I'm going to do is to hide her foot using brush tool and adding a black color. So make sure that you select the black color, and make sure that the mask was selected. So when you click the thumbnail, it'll show the square box around the thumbnail. It means that was activated. So, and then select brush tool. I think for now, it's hard brush is okay. What we're going to do is just trace the line of the coffee table, the object on coffee table, and then using a black paint. So here you go. So you can see the leg is not disturbing anymore. We can see that we can assume that she's coming toward the coffee table to place her flower. And then for current view, for current color of the background, it'll be better compared to the current color theme of the rendered view. Her color is too vivid, so we might need to change her. We might need to adjust her saturation or brightness. Okay, okay. So let's go back to her human figure to adjust the color. So you should select the human figure icon, and then go to image and adjustment, and you can change saturation here. You can desaturate her color. To go well together with the background. And then I think the resolution of the image is to clear higher to high like way higher than my rendered view. So when I look at the archdaily.com and many architecture renderings, I see that most of the many human figures were blurred. So what I'm going to show is to using motion blur for human figure. So make sure that the human figure the thumbnail was selected, and go to filter and find the blur, and then you'll see the motion blur on the drop down button. There are many blur type, but I prefer the motion blur because we can create kind of like walking effect using motion blur, and kind of dilute it make the identity a little more vague. So okay, so apply the motion blur to like kind of, it can help us to reduce the vivid appearance of the human figure. So there you go. So you can adjust the let's see. You can adjust adjust the motion amount of blur by adjusting the distance, or you can adjust the angle as well. Yeah, there are some people using the transparency, like by changing the opacity, or using a black or white color for the human figure. But this is another option, using motion blur. Can I make the human figure fit in the view but not disturbing our eyes? And do the same thing for the the other rendering. So just click and drag and then modify the size. I think that this picture is not good, but I'll just pick it just for fun. Okay. And then make sure that the angle is, try to find the human figure which has a similar angle. And go to filter and blur and motion blur. And you'll see you can preview on your document. Okay. Or for that one, the human figure is not really important, but it kind of brings us some kind of gives the viewers how to guess how this space can be utilized. So add more realism in it. So okay, there you go. Okay, this is for now. So let's see you on the next video.